call with someone in like an hour, but I was like, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to do one of these live streams. I do have a topic in mind. So I'm going to be talking to you boys about something very important when you are immersing yourself in Daygame. There's one thing that, in my opinion, is essential if you are going to be throwing yourself into Daygame in the modern world. Before we do that, quick little announcement. I've recently introduced something called the Casanova Club. All right, so the Casanova Club, essentially, it's a weekly email that you'll receive. I'll put the links in the thing. I've not put any fucking links in there yet. I'm so unorganized. But yeah, the Casanova Club, it's a private members club for radically ambitious men. And the general gist of it is I'm going to be sending you free shit on a weekly basis, all right, to your email. So I'll put the link in the comments so you can subscribe to it. Just give us your email, and then from time to time, I'll try to sell you shit as well. That's just me being transparent with you. It's essentially email marketing. I give you free shit, free shit, free shit, and every now and again, I'll try and plug some of my products, which I've worked dangerously hard to create. So yeah, if you get easily offended by someone trying to sell you shit, then don't subscribe to it and go cry in a heart-shaped pillow. But yeah, if you're someone who likes free shit and from time to time you're cool with me plugging my products, then subscribe to it. It's free and you get exclusive content that's not available anywhere else. So yeah, come join the Casanova Club. I'll put the link in the comments. Sign up to it, get free shit. Everyone's fucking happy, innit? So yeah, that's the Casanova Club. It's cool to have an email list now, because I enjoy the writing element as well, like making videos, podcasts, cool, but like sometimes I'm just like in the mood to just like type and write, and it's nice. I'm like, oh cool, this is going out to people, exclusive content, people are reading it, taking value. I'm making the emails as practical as possible as well. You get a free starter pack when you sign up, which I put together. It's called the Game God Starter Pack. Basically walks you through how to actually get started with Daygame. Big PDF that you can keep, reference, go out, take the action, implement, and have a better life. So anyway, let's get straight into the topic. What's the got a runny nose, bro? I'm not doing the old sniff. It's just nose, all right. But what we're talking about, that's right. What's that one thing? I said a one thing, then people just leave because like, right, got it now. Okay, the one thing that is essential if you're going to be immersing yourself in Daygame in the modern world is having a masculine support network around you, okay? In my opinion, no one should be going out and doing the whole lone wolf approach anymore, which is where you're just spending all your time on your own. You're going out to Daygame on your own. You're going out to night game on your own. You just try to do it all on your own, right? It's not sustainable and it's not healthy, okay? Especially in the modern world. Like, you just need a good group of guys around you. I think one of the main reasons that guys fail miserably when it comes to going out there, meeting girls, bringing girls into an already abundant lifestyle is they don't have good mates around them, all right? And this is just something it doesn't get spoke about enough. And it's one thing, yeah, it's one thing finding guys who Daygame, but it's another thing making sure that those guys are not fucking weird, right? Because I don't know about you, bro, but if you've been in this space for a long time, you'll find that this industry is heavily divided, right? You've got the cool guys who see Daygame for what it is. It's a way of delivering your value to the world. It's a complement to an already abundant life. And then you've got the weirdos, right? You've got very strange people in this industry. They're the systematic, formulate robotic losers. And for them, it's just laser focus, tunnel vision, just the systematic shit. They don't see relationships as collaborative. They see it as competitive. It's this battle of the sexes, us versus them. It's like, bro, your mindset is so fucked up. And when you've been out there doing your thing, you've probably encountered these people. You can tell, right? You can tell the weirdos from the cool guys before you've even had a conversation with them. And it can be difficult to find like-minded guys in this industry who you can be friends with and who you would actually want in your life. For me, I don't work with anybody who I wouldn't be friends with outside of Daygame. And that for me is the first practical thing that I would say to you. Don't invite anybody into your network if you wouldn't be friends with them outside of Daygame. All right, so I'm going to use this live stream. I'm going to try and keep it as condensed as possible to talk to you how you can actually find other like-minded guys, expand your masculine support network so you're not going out there on your own. All right, so it's, oh, I really want to go out there to Daygame today. Look, I'll be real, bro, I absolutely adore going out there. Like, having like a proper day game session, right? Like I used to do back in the day when I first got started. It's like, right, go out Saturday, 2 hours, sick. But now like I use day game as a catalyst for the rest of my day, right? So like if I know I'm gonna go out Saturday evening to like a couple of swanky bars and clubs, I'll invest like 2 hours during the day game session, and that sets me up for the evening, right? I'm getting all these good endorphins, I'm ricocheting between conversations, meeting beautiful girls, getting phone numbers, and then going out in the evening. And then when I'm rocking up to the bars, like I've already broken the social ice with myself. And if you've got a group of guys, well, even if it's just like one or two good wings around you, it makes such a difference to your overall session, because you've got guys to bounce off, to laugh with, to, you know, like if you go into a conversation, it didn't go that well, then you can just go and laugh about it with the boys, and you're just like cracking jokes with each other as you're going around, and then it becomes this fun, immersive experience, rather than I'm going out to day game, I'm in logical, robotic mode, there's girl, must talk, oh no, I missed that one, oh shit. It's like catastrophization. So it sounds so basic, but just having a good group of guys around you who you can laugh with, who you can laugh your way through life with, you'll have the best sessions of your life when you're able to actually have fun with them. Like, I was in Manchester at the weekend. Shout out to everybody who was there for the big Manchester night out. We had a fucking great time. But yeah, went out in Manchester Saturday night. Great group of guys around me, part of my network, and then, no, we went out, fuck knows where we actually ended up. We went to like loads of places, just bouncing between everyone, absolute fucking carnage. Ended up, this random bloke wanted to have a fight with me at one point, which was fucking hilarious. But yeah, like unreal night on Saturday, and then woke up on the Sunday, and then we were all like, right, let's go out, let's go fucking smash a day game session, hungover as fuck. And I had a guy with me who, he was like, he dipped his toe in day game in the past. He's not really been that consistent with it. And we went out together. It was me, him, and another guy. We went out together in Manchester, like late Sunday morning, and just being around me, right? I've never seen such a swift transformation in a guy. Like, just being around my energy, right? We were just like cracking jokes as we were going around Manchester. I set him the challenge. I was like, listen, just get 10 in today, right? Get 10 approaches in. Doesn't matter how they go. Just focus on the open. Just focus on leaving that girl better than you found her. Take all the pressure off yourself. No one's allergic to a compliment. And then he saw me doing some in Manchester. That gave him the permission to do it. And you know, he was like, bro, I can't believe how much I've done in a short space of time. I would have never done this on my own. But having you here, it's like I always say to you boys, you learn through osmosis, right? When you've got the right people in your life, we've all heard you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, but it's so true. And this, for me, is why you need those people around you. They push you to be more than you'd ever be on your own, because you know, we're not the same person as we are when we're on our own compared to when we're in a tribe of people who value us, right? Because men want to feel powerful, women want to feel beautiful, everyone wants to feel important. And you get that sense of feeling powerful and feeling important when you're empowered within a tribe of men, all right? And it's not just finding anybody. It's not just like, right, you do day games, so we can be friends now. There needs to be more of a filter process, because it's not just enough for you to have that commonality. Okay, that he does day game, I do day game, that means we can be friends. It's like dating. You might just not be compatible with each other, so you've got to play the field when it comes to wings. You know, go out with a guy once. If you're not getting along, if he's an energy leech, if he's bringing you down, if he's got a negative energy around him, if he just complains, then you don't want that person around you, right? So the best way to actually meet like-minded men, shameless fucking plug, but it's the best way, join my network, all right? As soon as we start working together, you've got instant access to my private global network of like-minded guys. Not only do you get access to me, not only are you going to be going around with me and I'm going to be empowering you to be all you can be, you're going to be learning through osmosis. I'm going to be giving you the permission to live as you please. You're going to see me doing the thing, gives you the permission, gives you the motivation. It's like, fuck me, he's doing it. I'm seeing it in real life right now. And it's like, that rubs off on you. And it's not me making you become like me. It's not admiration becoming imitation. It's like, right, I'm giving you the tools to build your empire. Now you go and do it, however it makes sense to you. And Fuck, what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something juicy then. But yeah, when you've got those people in your life, people who can push you as well, right? That's what for me having good friends is about. All right, it's not just like laughing about it, having a good time. You also need people in your corner who are gonna like call you out on your bullshit. That's what happened at the weekend. Like the guy that I was going around with at first, like, oh, it's probably not gonna go that well. Say I'm a little bit hungover. I'm like, bro, you can't be using that as an excuse. That becomes your conversation material, right? You go into your conversations full state transparency. All right, you see that beautiful girl and you're like, yo, excuse me, be real with you. I'm feeling a little bit hungover today. I feel like my conversation skills are going to be as flat pack. However, I just want to come and say that you look beautiful, however you want to frame it, but using your current state as your conversation material, and whatever excuse you have in your mind, that can then become the way. All right, the obstacle is the way, right? So if you're hungover, if you're feeling socially lethargic, if you just finished a gym session, you're feeling really tired, you're not looking your best, just call it out, name that elephant in the room, and then you create this beautiful humanization experience where the girl realizes that she doesn't have to be perfect either. You're almost giving her permission to be imperfect. She might be feeling hungover. She might not be feeling her conversational best. Like it can be a spotlight experience for the girl, right? If she gets approached by a dashingly attractive male during the day, like she's feeling a bit like on the spot, thinking, fuck, I need to get my game on here. Like this guy's come over to me, like what's he is he expecting me to be on top form? So if you can go over and just own your state, be real with the girl, be like, yo, I wasn't really feeling it today, but I saw you look amazing, like what are you doing today? And then you've got this lovely humanization experience. It's relatable, it's commonality, it's like breaking the fourth wall. Everyone's happy. But yeah, best way, if you are serious about smashing Daygame in the modern world, apply to work with me, get access to my masculine support network. I can introduce you to all the right people. Everyone who I work with, like I say, I wouldn't be friends with. I would be I would be friends with outside of Daygame. That's key for me. Okay, I don't want to introduce you to guys who I think, yeah, that guy's fucking weird. So like I always say to you, I don't work with every guy who gets in contact with me. Reason being is I wouldn't be friends with everybody in this industry. So it's important to me that, let's call it the Casanova Club. It's important to me that the Casanova Club is for the radically ambitious men who resonate with me and my values. And I like to think the guys who apply to work with me resonate with my approach to life. If you don't resonate with me, if you don't resonate with my approach to life, then don't apply to work with me. Don't watch my videos. There's probably better people out there who you do resonate with, who you do relate with, and you're far better off exchanging your money for their time if you think you're going to have a better experience with them. So yeah, that's the first way. Best way, apply to work with me. I'll introduce you to the right people. We'll expand your masculine support network. And then you've got friends, all right? Because I spoke about this on a podcast that I did with Dan. Shout out to Dan, camera guy. I love you, bro. He explained to me that his experience in the day game industry is guys will wing with guys, but they won't do other life things with guys. All right, you want to make sure that you're actually nurturing these friendships with your masculine support network outside of day game. You don't just want to day game together. You don't just want to wing together, because for me, it creates this weird dynamic where all you talk about is day game. All you do together is day game, and your relationship is just day game. I just think that's a weird place to be, right? Like you should be able to just go out for a fucking coffee with these guys. You should be able to go watch some sports, play fucking game of darts with them. Like you should be able to do life with them as well as do day game with them, and then it becomes life game. And the beauty of having good, solid friends who are also immersed in this space is they just get it. Right? They just get it. It's like if you're with like non-game friends and you want to approach a girl and they're not on that same path, and let's say you got blown out, they'll almost feel embarrassed on your behalf. They'll be like, oh bro, it didn't go that well, really sorry, maybe you shouldn't do that again. But when you've got mates who are on this same frequency as you, they're just like, yes bro, well done, how did it go? What would you do differently next time? Like I saw you, maybe your approach could have been a little bit better. To be fair, she did have a couple of friends who were just like looking at you as well, like spotlight effect might have came in, but well done for going in for it anyway. Like that's the sort of, your friends should be your cheerleaders, but they should also be able to give you that no bullshit feedback that you need to succeed. All right. So, okay, let's say you're thinking about working with me, but you also want other ways in the meantime to expand your network. Other things that you can do, other ways that you can meet guys who are on this same path as you, is when you do go out in your town or city to Daygame, just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out for other guys who are on the Daygame wave, and then go and approach them. Be like, yo, excuse me, I saw you look really nice. Oh, you're French. When I think about France, I think about you riding a bicycle. But no, just like, it sounds strange, but just go and approach guys who you think are also on the Daygame wave. And like I say, you can usually make a good first impression when you first see somebody. Like, yeah, that guy looks fucking weird. He's like hunched over, like just fucking scanning like a fucking weirdo. Like the way that the guy's dressed, the way that he carries himself, the way he communicates verbally and non-verbally, you can tell, you can tell who's the fucking weirdo and who's got his fucking life in order. Just go and have a conversation with them. Yeah, just be like, bro, you fucking, I see you're on the Daygame wave. What's your name? My name's Christian, or insert your name. Otherwise, it'll come across as a little bit inauthentic. And be like, yo, yeah, when do you go out? Okay, cool. Like, drop us your number. Drop us your number. I'll send you one message, and then you can do whatever you want with that message. But you can make friends that way organically by putting yourself in the arena where you're most likely to find like-minded guys. And then you can make the decision if you want to wing with them, if you want to do life with them. And if you don't, it's fine. But if you have that in the back of your mind, okay, I'm going to go out today, I'm going to aim to do like between five and seven conversations in an hour or 90 minutes. And while I'm out there, if I see guys, like if you're in London, for example, like you'll be able to find them pretty easy. And you can just go over and have a little conversation with them. Be like, yo, bro, like, I've been looking for other guys to wing with. It's difficult to find people in this industry, a little bit of commonality going. But yo, we should go out together. And then you can expand from there. And also the beautiful thing is when you meet other guys who do this and who are also cool, then they can introduce you to other like-minded guys. Before you know it, you're in a fucking WhatsApp group and you've got people to go out with, and you've also got people to do other things with as well. And I would say make sure that you are the social orchestrator of this group. Don't just allow it to become purely Daygame. It needs to be more than that, all right? These are guys that you can go on fucking holiday with, have like lads trips away, and just do life together with them, all right? And that's important for me. I don't know if it's important for you, but it should be important to you, because like I say, lone wolf approach is not sustainable. It's not healthy. It's atrocious for your mental health as well. It's just like, it can easily start to feel like a chore, right? If you'll wake up in the morning, especially if you're a beginner to this, because I did this back in the day, right? I was following a lot of Tom Torero, RIP. I think a lot of his advice is great, but the game has definitely moved on since then. And for him, it was always solo Daygame. I do believe that everyone should be able to do this on their own. I think when you first start out, it's good to have an immersion month where you do predominantly go out on your own to prove to yourself you can do it, you can have those conversations, you can be self-sufficient, you can be self-reliant, but you do eventually, I would say after your first month, after your first 100 solo approaches, start to bring other people into the mix. You'll accelerate your progress as well because of the healthy male competition. Now, this can go both ways. If you're out with a wing, he's got 5 numbers and you've got 0, you could be thinking, oh, fuck, I feel deflated right now. But if you can channel this in the right way, it's just that healthy male competition. It's like having a gym partner who's benching or squatting more than you. It might only be 5 or 10 kg more, but it does push you to want to be more, okay? Yeah, you need to be careful that you don't allow it to catastrophize your mental clarity. That's catastrophize is the wrong word. To destroy your mental clarity, to mess with your mental clarity is probably a better word I could use. To mess with your mental clarity, it can easily do that, but you do need to have that sense of self-adoration, all right? Like you're on the path together. He might be ahead of you right now, but if you put the reps in, it does motivate you to accelerate your progress when you are part of this ecosystem. And that's, when you are just doing it on your own, it's very easy to just be like slacking off. You've got no accountability. But if you've got your wing there being like, no, we're not going home until you've done at least one approach in Primark. That is an inside joke. There's one man who knows what that joke means. I love you, Nick. Mr. Primark himself. But yeah, like you need that accountability from the right guys who can push you, guys who can be your cheerleaders. And even if it's just like a text in the morning being like, yo, Christian, we're going out today, let's go. it's like you don't get that if you're just doing this on your own. And like I appreciate there are guys in this space, a lot of guys who are more on the introverted side, and they'll claim that they just like going out on their own. And listen, bro, it's your fucking life, innit? This is just advice, and I might know nothing. But for me, it makes far more sense to surround yourself with a masculine support network and then bounce off these guys. It's just a rip-roaring good time. Like, it's difficult. I feel it's difficult for me sometimes to properly get across my personality on camera. I think the live streams are good for this because I'm just speaking uncut. But like when I'm making videos, especially the longer form videos, like I've got a script that I'm following. I've written the video. I want to hit all of those key points. So sometimes it can come across as like just a little bit stiff when I'm like trying to communicate to the camera. Because I'm like, right, I just want to get all this value out. It's difficult for me to be like loose and freestyle with it. That's something that I'm trying to get better at. But these live streams are ideal for me to actually project my personality. Because when guys meet me in person, they're like, they're completely blown away by my enthusiasm towards life. I think that's the best way to describe. Like being around me, it's an infectious energy. And this might seem arrogant, but it's true. I've put a lot of reps in to get to the place where I am. And my social abilities rub off. They do. They rub off on the guys who are around me. And that's why you will accelerate your progress faster with me than you would ever be able to on your own. Because my approach to life, you learn through osmosis. And it's like, whoa, now I'm finally seeing. It's like people, I can't remember who said it. It's like, oh, I thought I was working hard until I trained with Ronaldo, right? The guy's an absolute fucking beast in the gym. It gives you this point of reference. And it's like, oh, fuck, I thought I was working hard until I fucking spent a day with Elon Musk. The guy's an absolute robot. And it's like, oh, I think that's it opens your eyes to a different side of life when you do expose yourself to new people and new experiences. Even if you have like a bad wing experience, at least that demonstrates to you that this is not what you want in your life, and that can be useful. Okay, how else could you meet other guys to wing with? This is more of I wouldn't say controversial, but you need to tread carefully with this one. You can try and convert your non-game friends into game, right? Now, this can be a tricky one because you don't know how they're going to react to it. What I don't recommend you do, because usually if like a guy that you're friends with would be up for it, right? But what I don't recommend that you do is just talk to him about it. Like, don't go to a Starbucks, get 2 mocha chocochinos and be like, right, Henry, next Saturday, we're going to go out, we're going to do this thing. Because he's just going to be like, it sounds a bit weird. The best way to convert a non-game friend to a game friend is to simply approach in front of him without even signaling you're going to do it. You show rather than tell, especially if you end up getting a phone number or a very positive reaction or fucking instant date. His mind is going to be blown. And that's why when beginners work with me for the first time, they see me doing my thing. It gives them permission. It shows them what's possible. And then it's like, oh, wow, this is actually, this world is available to me. So if you are going to try and convert your non-game friends into guys who you wing with, then show, don't tell, all right? If you're walking around the city centre and you see an absolute worldie strutting past, just go over and talk to her. Don't be like, right, I'm about to go do this thing. You watch me, and then try and replicate it. He'll connect the dots, okay? You don't need to persuade through your words. You demonstrate through your actions. You plant that seed in his mind, and he thinks, oh, I could probably do that. It reminds me of Danny, who I worked with last year in Manchester. Shout out to Danny. He took one of his best friends out and they were just out together. He was just throwing himself into a couple approaches, and his friend was like, fuck bro, I want to do that. And now his friend is actively involved. And it's like, right, it's like the domino effect. It's like I teach someone, they teach someone, all of a sudden you've got this beautiful ecosystem. So yeah, when you're going out there, keep an eye out for guys who are also on the same wave as you. Approach them, have a conversation, exchange details, aim to link up with them at a later date. Convert if you like, again, like go easy with this. You don't want to try and be converting people who don't want to hear it. But if you've got like an idea of friends in your life and you're like, yeah, that would be a good idea, he'd get into it, he'd get involved, he'd at least try it and he would respect it, then do that. Also, with like night game as well. Like, I'm getting more and more involved in the night game scene. Like, I'm loving it. I'm like just like mixing it all together, like day game, night game, life game, just like every excuse that I can find to just be like as social as possible, meeting girls from all different avenues, having multiple streams of romantic income. Like, I fucking love this shit, bro. But yeah, like if you've got mates you go on nights out with, and you can, because oftentimes if you've got friends who you go on nights out with, oftentimes they are shit scared to approach, and they don't even approach at night, right? But if you can like get them approaching at night, and then be like, yo, we're gonna go out in the day, I need to go to a few shops, and then you start approaching during the day, they've already got some social momentum from the night time. So yeah, like there's a lot that you can do with this. You can also use old school internet forums. This is how I met my first two wings. This is how I met my first ever camera guy from Daygame. He approached me on an old school internet forum. If you just type in like wings in insert city, you can usually find these like really old school forums, and they've got like these phone numbers. The phone numbers might be archaic, they might be obsolete, but there is a high likelihood, like like if you type in like Daygame wings leads, and you go back to 2020, if that forum is still there, you'll be able to see me posting on that forum, and I'll get messages every now and again from guys being like, I just saw your number, do you still Daygame? I just send them a link to my channel. I'll be like, yeah mate, well, it's changed in 2 years. But yeah, like you can just literally type in Daygame wings, insert your city, and then you can get exposed to like phone numbers. Just fire them a message, be like, yo bro, I just saw your number on this old school forum, not sure if you're still active in the Daygame community, but I thought I'd put a message out to you. And then, you know, the online one is a bit more difficult, because obviously you don't know who's going to be a weirdo, just from like, especially if you've got like an anonymous profile picture. But I put one into the approach. I made a list, by the way. That's why I'm just like looking down here. I think I've covered everything. I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. I got cracked through this volume in a good amount of time. I think someone left some comments. See what people are saying. What up, bro? Killing it in Vienna. Just saw the live. Always a pleasant surprise. I actually met a guy in Berlin, saw him approaching, having conversations. Got his number, sent him. Yeah, bro. There we go. That's Tom, by the way, for anybody who's wondering who's out in Vienna. Tom's killing it on the Daygame scene in Vienna. He's in Berlin as well, so happy fucking days on that side. But yeah, you can meet guys, be like, yo, we should go out and do something. But yeah, always a pleasure to hear from you, Tom, and I'm happy that these live streams are providing value, so you can go out there and juice the joy and milk the udder of life. But yeah, the essence of this live stream is to motivate you to seek out and create that masculine support network. Yeah, you can try and build it on your own, but if you've got the drive and the desire and the determination to really integrate this skill set into your life and be surrounded by the right people, then for fuck's sake, just put yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation call. We'll have a chat about everything, get to know me better, I can get to know you better. If I don't think that my coaching is right for you, I ain't gonna try and sell you some fucking bullshit. Like, if I don't like you, I'll make it clear very quickly. I only work with guys who I'd want to be friends with outside of this. So yeah, if you're on the fence about getting coaching with me, I'm fully booked up until May. If you want to get something booked in with me this year, drop us an email, ukdaygame@gmail.com, or just go onto my website. I'll put links and shit in the comments. You can put yourself in for a free 30-minute consultation call. But then implement the advice that I've give you. You can look on the old school forums. You can convert your non-game friends into game friends, or when you're out and about, to approach guys, be like, yo, I saw you on the Daygame wave. That would be cool to come and link up with you. Even guys who you meet on nights out as well. You know, if you see a guy who's like actively approaching during the night, he might be like an avid night gamer. Be like, yo, bro, have you ever tried this in the day? And he might either be like, oh, no, it's too scary, or what do you mean the day? You can actually do that in the day? And then you can like convert him that way. You can even send him links to my fucking videos. Be like, yo, you seen this guy? He's really good. Let's go and try and replicate what he's doing. But yeah, no, that's cool. Also, free shit. Get involved in the Casanova Club. Like, if you're not subscribed, if you're not soaking up the juicy value of the Casanova Club, then follow the link. I'm going to post a link soon. If you're watching this live, there's not links there at the moment, but if you're watching this on repeat, then there will be links. So yeah, sign up to the Casanova Club, get a shitload of free shit. So poetic, Christian. And yeah, hopefully this one's been useful for you, boys. Just it's so important to have a good group of mates around you, guys who you can just bounce with like absolute gazelles. Just bounce off them with, you know, have a good time with. Don't take it too seriously. Go to fucking Costa Coffee, flirt with the baristas together, and then just go back at it again. Like just being able to have a smile on your face and laugh your way through a day game session, especially if you've been out of the game for a while or you're a beginner and all this feels really nerve-wracking to you. Just having that social safety net, guys who can be your cheerleaders, who can push you forward to be all you can be. So key, so important. All right, so hopefully I've put that across in this live stream that you do need to have a masculine support network if you're committed to long-term vision of becoming the most fuckable version of yourself and integrating day game into your busy life so it doesn't become your entire life. It doesn't become your reason for being. It's almost like this extracurricular social activity, like going to the gym or going wakeboarding or going skydiving, or fighting or salsa class. It's this thing that you do. Yeah, it's this thing that you look forward to, that you can enjoy with a good group of guys. You know, you're going out to the wilderness and you're out there with your tribe and it's nice and it's that camaraderie, it's that brotherhood which we lack, in my opinion. You know, when I first started, I didn't have that around me. And if I was going to do anything differently when I started, it would be to surround myself with other like-minded guys quicker. And therefore, I could have got even better, even quicker. So yeah, if you're listening to this, you're a beginner, you've been out in the game for a while, or you're just shit scared to actually put yourself in there, the best thing you can do, surround yourself with the right people. They'll push you forward to be all you can be. And if they're good wings, they'll give you no bullshit feedback as well. All right, they won't just let you get away with things or slack off. Be like, oh, it's all right, bro. You're doing good. It's like, if you're doing shit, they'll tell you. And that's what you need in your life. You know, it's like compliment sandwiches. It's like, this was good, this was good, this was shit, this was good. So you don't lose your actual motivation. But yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Fucking don't know what my hair's saying. But yeah, I think was there any more comments that I wanted to mop up before? Hey, how are you doing? You are real handsome. Daygame is the best. Well, I love these fucking comments, bro. You know what? You know, bro, Daygame is fucking sick, innit? I've kind of had this like, just this revival of my affection for like, just like, I don't know, just going out for like pure like fucking day game sessions. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing quite like it, where it's like, just going out, you're like, right, 2 hours, 20 approaches, let's do it. Your mate's there, and he's done 5, and you've done 4, and it's like, come on, you need to do better than that. It's just great. Like, do you know what I mean? I fucking live for this shit. And you go out on the night out, and you're around the table. It's like the olden days, the olden days when we were in horses and carts. But like the old days when like you sat around a campfire reminiscing over a bygone era, and you're like, oh, do you remember that approach you did? Do you remember that one? Do you remember what happened? Oh, bro, that was so bad. That was so atrocious. And like, it gets you used to like, because when you're around other guys, this is something that I've learned quite recently. It's different for me, yeah, because like obviously because I coach this stuff, there's almost like this expectation that every single approach I do is 10 out of 10. And it's not the fucking case. That's why I put the rejection compilations out there, to try and humanize and normalize this whole thing. And like, just because I've got videos, just because I teach this stuff, I think what truly makes someone exceptional when it comes to any discipline is the ability to accept that they're not always going to be great, right? Because that's what guys want when they work with a mentor. They don't want to feel this massive sense of separation. They want to feel as though he has bad days, he has bad conversations, he has bad approaches. Even the best Premier League footballers have bad matches. Even the greatest swimmers lose races. And that's the mindset that is so healthy to have. Game is not linear, right? You don't just keep getting better and better and better and better. And it's just like this non-stop upward, whatever the fuck that is, diagonal. Like, you can have an amazing Saturday and then your Sunday could be shit. It doesn't mean that you're shit. It just means that it's called game for a reason. If you don't play, you'll never win. And one of the main roadblocks, in my opinion, when guys are trying to get better and better, is thinking, if I've had an off day, I've basically lost all of my momentum. And that really demonstrates to me someone who is exceptional at their discipline. They can have bad days and it doesn't affect them mentally. Yeah, it doesn't affect their sense of self-adoration. It's like, right, yeah, cool, that was shit. Next one, that might be shit as well, but you know what? I'm gonna put myself in there. And like that's what it is. Like, that just like a mindset. I'll probably explore this deeper, but if you want to be exceptional at anything, it's almost like it's not even you're playing to win all the time. You're playing to play because you love the game so much. And your joy, the rep itself is the reward. Yeah. The fact that you're out here, you're living, you're breathing, and you're able to simply enjoy being. And like, I had this, this is the final thing I'll say because I feel like I've been talking for a long time. There's this mindset that I want to leave you with, right? Because this is actually so fucking key. So please listen to this. I'm 26 right now, all right? I'm 26 right now. And I was listening to a modern wisdom podcast, a guy called Scott Galloway. It's like an 8-minute thing. And one of the things that he said was, I can't remember if he said this, this is how I experienced it. He was like, imagine you were 20 years older right now, right? Imagine you were 20 years older right now. Bro, you would give anything to be 26 again. All right. So whenever you're feeling socially lethargic, you don't want to go out tonight, you don't want to go out for 2 hours and invest your time into something worthwhile, you don't want to go to that martial arts class, you don't want to create something of value today. Just imagine having a conversation with your 46-year-old self. He would give anything to be back in this position. All right, this is the conversation I have with myself now. I'm like, Christian, whenever you're feeling like a lazy piece of shit, just imagine your 46-year-old self right now. He would give anything to have the potential that you have right now, to have the ability to just go out. I can walk, I can talk, I can breathe. Like, I'm alive, right? And it's like, I used to always have that mindset of like, oh yeah, you're going to be dead one day. But it's, for me, that's quite a difficult reframe, because we, like, when we're dead, right? But it's almost like life in death. It's like, imagine I was 86 right now. Like, I'm basically already dead, but I'm still alive. So I could still have like feelings of regret or apathy or sorrow. And having the conversation with my future self, it grounds me and it gives me a kick up the fucking arse to be like, you've got no excuses not to be taking action today, because your 46-year-old self would give anything, all the money in the world, to be back and have youth on his side. Even if you're 38 watching this, have a conversation with your 58-year-old self. Your 58-year-old self would give anything to be 38 again, to be able to actually just live and exist in this body. So like, whatever anxieties, whatever states of depression, whatever sense of hopelessness that you feel right now, just imagine what you're going to feel like in 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And you'd give anything to be back in this position. You'd give anything to feel depressed at 26, but rather than feeling depressed at 56. Does this make sense? Hopefully it fucking does. But this is just a mindset that really helps me. It's like, well, you don't want to go and approach that girl, but your 46-year-old self fucking would have done. Because he's thinking, bro, when I was 26, I'd give anything to be able to actually do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's important. And I think you have these epiphanies. I have most of my epiphanies now when I'm talking with other guys, not just guys who do this, but just like good close friends. Like, we'll just have conversations, we'll share our life experiences, and someone will say something which ignites a thought within me, and then I'll explore that thought and I'll think, oh wow, that's cool. Like, I spend a lot of time just like at the moment just in this room, just like thinking about shit, like thinking about deep topics, not just Daygame, there's more of my life than this shit, but just like being able to follow those thoughts through. That's a difficult sentence to say. Follow those thoughts through, and just really explore, the deeper recesses of humanity. The still sad music of humanity, as Wordsworth described it. This has turned into another esoteric expostulation. I was like, right, talk about a masculine support network, and now we're talking about death. Classic. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this live stream, boys, do us a favor, drop it a like, share it with a mate, get the algorithm out there. I love your infields. Got to push through the bad days. You 100% do. But even your bad days when you're like 26, 28, 30, like, not going to be as bad as your bad days when you're like 80 years old, you're incontinent, you're shitting yourself every other day. And like everyone you once loved is now dead, right? Imagine that. Imagine that as a fucking reframe. All the people that you love are dead, and you're 80 and you're going to be dead soon, and you're crying because a girl didn't text you back. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And these are the things that I say to myself as well. So it's not just me trying to be an arsehole to you. I'm an arsehole to myself. And that's why it's important for me to get across the way that I am with my clients is the way that I am with myself. It's like, if you've been a little fucking pussy about it, just stop it, Christian. You don't need to be a little pussy about it. Just look at yourself in the mirror, get up, do something, get some fucking sunshine, remind yourself, talk to someone that you love, because they're going to be dead one day. You don't know when that day is going to be. Do you know what I mean? You don't know when that day is going to be. Fuck when you're going to die. Like, there's people in your family who you love, and one day they're not going to be here anymore. And that's a horrible thought, but it's a thought that grounds you, and it makes you grateful, and it makes you appreciate the things that you have. You know, when you're coming from that place of wholeness rather than from that place of lack, that's when you win. It's important. It's important shit. Anyway. Right, cool. Nice one. I don't think anyone else has left any comments. No, got to push through the bad days. But yeah, yeah, no, this has been it's been an important live stream, boys. Hope you've been able to take a shit ton of fucking value from this one. And yeah, I wish you rip-roaring success in your pursuits in this life. And I hope the stuff that I continue to put out there truly makes a difference to your life. I uploaded a new video yesterday, Risen Up Girls in London. That's been doing pretty well. If you've not watched that video, go give it a bash. I'm going to put the links for everything. Casanova Club, if you're not signed up to that, bro, what are you doing? It's free shit. Free exclusive content, and you get to become a member of the Casanova Club. You get exclusive discounts off products as well. You get invites to secret meetups. It's exclusive private members club for the top 1% of radically ambitious men. So if you're not signed up to it, I'll put the links down there. You can get yourself signed up. And yeah, just let's just smash it this week. Yeah, it's Monday today. Got the full week ahead of us. Fresh opportunities, fresh moments, fresh time to learn. Just don't worry about who you've been in the past. Focus on this week ahead. Smash out the park. Stay fucking sexy. Anyway, right, nice one.